Hello everyone, today we are going to address the disruptive transmission. As we can see here, the spawn penalty is 500, which can really hurt your score. Now, what we need for this mission is a space-worthy craft. I'm going to use Fortuna, which I unlocked through my codex. However, you can use your Hunter Killer, which is a space-worthy craft, or maybe Pachyderm, which you can relatively easily obtain as well. Any kind of a space-worthy vessel can deal with this mission. You don't really need many hands for this mission, because there's not gonna be many enemies. However, the kill bots that are over there are very tough to kill, and you need to choose your weapons wisely. So they have weakness against EMP weapons, but those weapons are not easily obtained, so we're going to be using lasers, which are relatively easy obtainable and can still deal some nice damage to them. The strange satellite is emitting some trace radiation, which causes disruption to our shadow tag, and somehow also to the laboratory. This makes all our operations more difficult, which hurts our morale, efficiency, and reputation. Okay, let's start our mission. Another thing you need for space missions, such as this one, is spacesuits. Because if you don't have a spacesuit, you're gonna end up in a rescue pod like that, and you can't change anything in your hands, so you're stuck with a liquid nitrogen gun, which does burn damage. And the space medikit, you can still be useful against some enemies, just not the enemies we're going to engage in this mission. Okay, first let's scout a bit and try to figure out where the enemy is. So if I check my map, I can see these little satellites, and if I go to the higher levels, I can see there's more of them, and there's a big one here, so most likely the enemy is over here. However, some of them can be on the smaller satellites. So I'm gonna deploy my troops first at the big one, and hopefully all of the enemies are going to be there. Now the important thing is to approach these things from below, because the enemy can spot you much sooner than you can spot them. And this is our killer droid. So you can see some kind of weird weapons there, which I haven't researched yet, but I'm gonna stay away from him, because I don't want to die in reaction fire. And I'm going to engage him during our next turn. At the time of the mission, I didn't have the killbot examination, so once I've researched that, I've decided to edit this into the video. As you can see, the armor of the droid is quite high. Front armor is 50 and rear armor is 40. And if we read this text here, we can see that its plastisteel shell is resistant to most forms of damage. However, once the armor is penetrated, the droid doesn't have too robust internal structure, making laser weapons the most obvious method of fighting it. So what this means is that they do not have much health, and lasers that ignore 1/3 of the armor can easily destroy them. So if we look here at his resistance, we can see that most obvious choice is EMP and then lasers. Now let's go back to our mission. Okay, I think he went back in. So I'm going to wait for a turn and hopefully he's gonna come out. And he's right there. Okay, so that's one enemy less. And I hope the other one is in here as well. Which doesn't seem to be the case, so he's probably one of the smaller satellites. Which makes my job much harder. Because as you can see, there's a bunch of them, mostly on that side. Okay, so he's shooting at me from around here. And that would be this satellite in the bottom right corner. And there he is. Ouch. And he's down. Okay, I don't think I can get to my unit and heal it, so I'm just gonna end the mission. So we killed 2 of them, and we got some loot. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoy content like this, please like and subscribe. Goodbye.